What's going on, fam? Got a very interesting topic for you today. Matter of fact, I just want to go ahead and lead into it. Sometimes you hate to eat it wrong. You'd rather take it slow. But the way this life is going, gotta grab your food and go. When all that running around, get yourself with you at last. Get yourself some Alka-Seltzer and you feel better fast. The power of music.
Yes.
Why do I know that song? Stay tuned. We're going to break it down for you.
Men with Vision.
So what's going on, Brother Thurl?
Another day.
Dion?
Rose, bro.
I see how y'all was looking at me. I'm like, man, where is this dude going?
Wait, back to that song. Do you think it's the song that's healing you, or is it really that access?
You know what? That's actually really interesting take on that. Because the song tells me I'm supposed to feel better.
It's power in words.
Yeah, it's power in the word. That's never thought of that.
I wonder if I gave you an apple cider with no ingredients in it, would you still think you feel better?
Placebo.
Try well.
Yeah, placebo.
Yeah, try that.
Yeah, man. But so here we are. The power of music, like the influence of music today. Even back in the day, music has been here ever.
Yeah.
Like ever since.
Oh man.
So like the influences of it is, in my mind, it's phenomenal. It's powerful.
Right.
I mean, you go back, you think to the early days, your early childhood learning. Most things that we learned, was taught to us in song. Even like now as adults, when we identify with signature moments in our lives, there's probably a song that's associated with it. So music, how does music play a part in your life?
I learned my ABCs to music.
Yeah.
I learned the states in the United States to music. Music, it's a part of what makes us who we are. It really is. And so I think a lot of us are who we are because of the influence that we've had musically.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. And so for you, Dion, because like you brought it up, is it so much because like it's the rhythm or the words? Like what is it? What specifically is it about music that causes us to act in the way that we act or do the things that we do?
Well, like the brother said, as far as in his early education, he was learning through the forms of song.
Mm-hmm.
So in acquiring knowledge, I mean through the song, through the music, it's like you programming your mind.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
To take in whatever it is that the song is about.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So in his case, the good thing, his song was about ABCs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Because it could be.
So we started acting out his ABCs.
Yeah.
But my early education, man, I remember the song, the little book about the little engine that could.
Mm-hmm.
He was trying to go up a very steep hill, and he ran out of strength. But he started focusing on, he was conditioning himself, I think I can, I think I can, I think I can. The basic man just hyping himself up. But it started at a point to where he had no strength.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I tried to figure out, like, where did all this strength come from? All of a sudden, he go up the hill, get stuck, and then he go to souping himself up.
Right.
And somehow gain the strength.
Right. And
continue this. You know what I'm saying?
Right, continue this journey,
Right.
and that's the thing. So the music, like when we hear it, and especially like when there's the content to it, like it whether we wanted to or not, it causes us to do things or to recall certain things or to remember certain things. Like point in case in the outset.
Right.
Like I never had it in my mind to know the words to an Alka-Seltzer commercial, but they sit down and watch enough TV, you hear it enough times. Like, man, I got all kind of worthless jingles in my head. I can do the Kit Kat jingle and some more stuff.
Well, I mean, you talk about jingles, but I remember when the Two Live Crew got banned.
Oh wow!
That music was in my head.
Yeah.
I remember the day that ruling came down. I got in my car, popped in my cassette tape, turned my music up, and drove down the street. And I'm not gonna say what the song was, but
when you said pop, when you said pop, I
was going there.
Such that.
Oh man!
But that's just one area, you know, and then you know I had AC/DC, Highway to Hell. I would play that song all the time because it had me in the frame of mind that where I was in life at that time. I was headed down.
Can you recall some of the lyrics?
No. Only thing I can remember is they would be screaming, "Highway to Hell," But I mean, I was on my way. I felt like I was on the highway to hell. But then, I had, a spiritual awakening over the years. And so now a lot of music, I love all kinds of music still, but gospel music is really a genre of music that really, really influences me, transforms. It can really transform your life. Just listening to some of the words. Tamla Mann has a song called "Take Me to the King," and it's amazing in the words. In the lyrics, she says, "Take me to the King." She said, "I don't have much to bring," and it's amazing to listen to those words. It kind of makes you feel like I don't have to have much to go before him.
Can you picture yourself actually
absolutely
before him?
Absolutely. Right. Just like I could picture myself with a Too Short song or NWA. I could get in that frame. And I remember, I don't know if y'all remember Crush Groove, the movie Crush Groove, but on the Crush Groove soundtrack, there was a song on there called Love Triangle. And I was dating two girls at the same time. And I would play that song. I would play that song going from one house to the other because I was stuck in a love triangle. It's amazing.
Wow.
Yeah.
I remember conscious rap growing up as far as, KRS-One. And I remember he had a song, man, that was basically talking about the early life of Jesus and how he was, when they hid him in Egypt, Egypt was known to be, a dark-skinned people. I mean, I'm like, 10, 11 years old, going to church faithfully.
Yeah.
And so he made a point in his rap song that how could Jesus be white if he was hid in the city with dark-skinned people? Yeah. To be hid.
Can't
so if somebody come to town and they see all these, these dark-skinned kids, Jesus is, if he was white, then hey, there you go right there.
Right.
Easy.
You know
It's easy to point
so I'm like, wow, there was. Yeah. But then, there was rap music, so that's how I learned. That, supposedly Jesus wasn't white.
Right.
But then, as the music industry, as far as hip hop, took a turn. Then you had the NWA, Two Live Crew. Right. And man, that took I seen my life shifting as well as I look back. You know what I'm saying? Because now I'm feeding myself with after police.
Yeah.
I had no problem with the police. Never had a bad experience at that time with the police. But due to me hearing that song, I don't like the police all of a sudden.
Right.
And I can remember, man, police would ride through the neighborhood, we chase them down because we wanted these police cars. I mean, the baseball cards that the police was handing out with bubble gum in it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But as this here music changed in our neighborhood as far as the hip hop culture, man, it wasn't cool to go talk to the police no more.
Right.
Very unpopular.
And you had somebody like Ice-T with Cop Killer,
Yeah.
something like that. That was crazy.
Yeah.
So music is something though. I mean, but you can even make your own music and feel some type of way, or cause somebody else to feel some type of way. That's how influential music is.
Mm-hmm.
Someone else can make music and it influences you. Or you can make music and it influences someone else. That's amazing. That's some true power in music, for real.
What kind of music do you allow your children to listen to?
Well, seeing that they're all grown now, I don't allow them to listen to nothing. but I remember when they were teenagers, and they first started driving, and I would let them drive my car, and this cassette tapes and CDs was just coming out, and if they got in the car and they left a CD or a cassette in my car that had any cursing or was any hardcore rap, I throw it out. And I tell them, if I get in my car and you've left music in here, it's out of here.
Wow.
And so I didn't allow them to listen to any other hardcore rap if it had any cursing in it. Even you could say R&B if it was too what I viewed to be too risque. Is talking about bumping and grinding. They couldn't even listen to that. So they had to kind of go behind my back and listen to it. But if they got in their car and left it, it was a wrap. I remember one day pulling out the driveway and one of the boys had just got home and I was bagging up. He's like, "Daddy, wait, let me get my CD." The music has a very strong influence.
I've been struggling myself, man, as far as with my daughter, man, as far as she liked to dance, she liked the little dance group at school and all that. But man, when it comes to music, man, it's
Right.
kind of
It's touchy, yeah. Because I guess I'm in the same boat with you, Because I grew up listening to mostly rap and then at the time like your Jodeci's and you just hit them R. Kelly and so all this stuff is like that's what I came up listening to.
Right.
Of course I had the stuff that my parents listened to too, so I can go back and I can dip into the OJs and Temptations and Frank Bill and all those guys. And so I got like a wide variety of stuff, but like as far as for the most part, rap has been prominent, throughout the years, and so like now, I find myself almost in a conflict because how can I say, well, you can listen to rap, but then you can't listen to the kind of rap that you want to listen to, but you can listen to the kind of rap that I listen to, because like for the most part, if language is language, you know what I'm saying? So the content, may be different, because even like I can take a point in case, like for me listening to like say like your Jodeci's and Silk and Troop and all and all this it wasn't the love making music of the Isley Brothers or the OJs, but it was
Pendergrass,
right, yeah, you know what I'm saying, but it was still sort of like subtle, whereas like now they talking just straight like lay down, beat it up, like hold up, wait, like can we leave a little
something for the imagination?
Like man, this stuff rough,
but that's why T.D. Jakes came out with a song or a CD for Christian folk.
Okay.
He had that CD, and it's all right, but I was like, Bishop, I really don't want to hear your voice when I'm trying to make love to my wife. Right. Okay, you know what I'm saying? And he trying to sound like Teddy, like Savage Slide. Nah, bro. Come on. I need to hear you holler and woman down loose and get ready. I don't need to hear you talking about the satin sheets and all that. I need to hear somebody else And one of the things that somebody said to me one time about music was, they said, why do you listen to R&B and what, you're in church, you're a minister, you this, that. But I said, I got 4 kids. And I'm going to tell you something. Mahalia, T.D. Jakes, Tamla Mann, Todd Tribbett, none of them was in the room when they were made. Teddy and Luther. Right. Luther was in the room when they were. It's just like, I don't know. But the influence that music has, and when you look at our culture today, our young people today, music is artistry. Mm-hmm. They're looking at music as more than just something you listen to. Right. It's art to them. Mm-hmm. And they've taken, and I have to give these young folk credit. Now, it started with, old school, but I have to give the young people credit. They have really taken music and made it truly an art form. Right. You may not like some of the lyrics that they have. I remember Eddie Murphy talking about how Bill Cosby felt about him in comedy, but it's just another level. It's a little further down the road. Right. And who would have thought Bill Cosby fussing at Eddie Murphy about cursing in his song, but he was, putting a little something in the women's drink. Okay, go figure, right?
Man, I used to rap, and I
freestyle something for it real quick.
Next, yeah, I guess.
Tune in the next episode.
Yeah. You got to come back.
He gonna drop some rhymes on here. All right.
But I used to rap, man, and at the time, I was, versatile. I would, rap positive, rap spirit. Whatever. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And when some of my music, man, was getting out to like my younger cousins, it's like they wasn't adapting to the positive songs I had. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The negative songs, they were negative. They did have meaning to them because it represented, certain points what I went through in life. But it's like they was getting stuck at that one particular point. And it really, man, made me ashamed. Mm. You know what I'm saying? Mm. To want to get on my music because I know how powerful music is. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I really, man, lost my desire because I couldn't. It was really touching because I know what gangster rap did to me. Wow. And so for me to be giving them music and they looking at it as gangster rap, I already knew which direction that they would be headed in. Right. You know what I'm saying? I lost my desire to rap. Right.
What was your rap name?
Smooth Lewis. You probably heard about the color a few times. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, music is powerful.
Yeah, definitely powerful. Yeah, and man, cause just thinking back to in the example, with the song about beating it up. So yeah, the content and stuff has changed, but then you think about it, like that stuff is actually going through your soul gate. You know what I'm saying? Like it's entering your ears and you hear it, and it paints a visual for you, and whether you were intended for it to do it or not, like now you have a blueprint for how you should be treated. So like if you have young daughters and all they hear is getting beat up and all, like
I was talking to my wife the other day and we was talking about words, music, words, how powerful it is. I said, if I tell you right now to jump off the bridge, you ain't gonna jump off the bridge, but you are picturing yourself doing what I told you to do. So you see yourself jumping off the bridge, even though you're not feeling. She tried to argue. Now I don't see myself. I said you do. I just paint a picture in your mind, and you see that picture. Right. You know what I'm saying? But that's the same thing with music, and I believe that the powers that be is actually using music, man, to send our youth, man, in certain directions in life, man. It's really just like you say, a highway to hell. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And if we're not careful of what we allow our children to listen to the best that we could, there's a highway to hell.
It used to be the powers that be fought so hard. They fought diligently to block music, but they discovered that this could help them. This could be a way for them to self-destruct.
Mhm.
So we don't have to invest anything in their destruction. We just allow them to do what they do, and they'll destroy
That's
themselves.
it. That's powerful.
And it's what's happened for a
Music.
long time.
Music.
Because of music.
That's powerful. Yeah.
Wow.
Can be for you or against you.
Right.
Wow.
Definitely powerful. So look, that was the topic. That's our time. We thank you guys for tuning in today. Don't forget to comment, subscribe, like us. We're here, menwithvision.com. We'll catch you next time. Peace.
And I said Jesus, I meant Moses.